Yeah, relentless endurance is a fucking cool thing to have.
And that is the end of Strahd. Well done, Sheen.
Well only Red hadn't died
got
along
him.
the way.
You killed him. Good. Strahd is 100% dead. I really hope we got that on film because that was the most epic roleplay that I have ever seen.
Does that mean I have to do my third death roll?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
please.
This is for the epilogue.
And you die. And arise, sit up, your eyes glow red, your fangs come out.
Curse of Constance.
Curse of Constance.
I'd watch it.
No one would have predicted that I was the only one to survive that.
It's amazing. It really is.
Can't believe after 27 near-death experiences.
It is. I beat you all. I lived, bitch. I lived, bitch.
Constance is not ancient, she is the land.
She is constant.
Quite young, really. I am.
Constance, I'm kind of new to this.
I am over here.
Constance is young. Constance is the land.
Sorry, guys.
Well, the campaign's over.
I hope you all enjoyed
Cool, we
it.
start a new one now.
The new campaign
Can we
is
carry
going
on
to
playing
be...
Starfinder?
Starfinder.
Please,
but-
Because
Don't touch me.
currently we're in some weird like parallel universe.
We just have to go
with
through
like
that
3
portal,
children.
weren't we?
Right,
Please don't
Please don't
me.
touch me.
let's get back into it. Please don't touch me.
That lift in Scotland, it sounded exactly like.
I want to build a new PC for it with the internal cards. As you can see over the top of Hestia, we use my DSLRs and then HDMI out into a USB converter and then plug it into our laptop, and then that goes into OBS. And then the sound all goes into a mixing board out via a USB into the same laptop. And then the laptop via OBS builds everything together. But is very problematic because it is not designed to do anything similar to this. But we are live again. Right. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Just about.
So, where were we? Ah, yes.
My
You're getting
hand.
fisted in the mouth.
So I'm just going to set the scene of what has happened. We'll jump back in time a little bit.
Bean me.
Bean.
Floor bean.
Floor bean.
So,
Break beams.
do you want me to do it? You want to do
No,
it?
I'll just set the scene of what's happened.
You're so loud. Oh, God.
It's the extra element of chaos that we needed. Thank you.
There's an
Bean me.
awkward pause, an awkwardness in the air as Gabriel's eyes lock onto Damia. As you see him kind of sniff the air slightly and stare, you would notice this as he mutters something under his breath, as you don't quite hear it. Protect Red. He lurches forwards with a growl and a pounce and leaps at her, and as he is diving through the air, before your very arms transforms into this mass of muscle, leaps towards her. No one is possibly fast enough to react. She lets out half a scream as his jaw locks onto her shoulder and clamps down tight and throws her to the floor. You all react with combat timing though, and quickly jump to your feet, jumping onto his back, running to Red to make sure she is okay and grabbing her, as the Vistani react very quickly as well. The combat is brutal and fast. Lavesh grabbing hold of the were creature and slamming this dagger into it repeatedly as blood sprays out. Chains are brought forwards as the creatures are quickly wrapped in chains and bodies and pulled to the floor. Not before what was Gabriel can lunge once more, with Constance dragging him back and Lavash in his path, even with these two muscle-bound heroes stopping the creature. He lurches towards Damia. Biting down one more time, Constance jams her own arm into the creature's mouth as it plunges forwards and falls onto her. You can't help but yelp in pain as his jaw clamps down not once, twice, 3 times on you as they awkwardly try to wrap chains around him. As he continues to thrash and throw his arms around, beating off the people, but eventually the chains bring you down and the mass of bodies is too much. Give me a will.
Let's
power
have a go. Let's see if we
a wisdom save, sorry.
Wisdom. That is a 8.
As the chains wrap around you and pull their cold metal and the noise they make fills your ears, you swear you hear a woman's voice. Breaks the silence. Come to me, my child. Creature of the night. And with it, everything gets brighter.
Sorry, we ruined that moment.
We ruined it with time warp. Sorry.
As power floods through your limbs. Can you give me a strength check?
I don't have any additions to it. So. 12.
As you struggle against the chains, at first they weren't prepared for what's happened. You can see your own snout now. You're used to shape-shifting, but it is bigger. Your sense of smell is amazing. Your vision incredible, and your hearing unparalleled. Good. As you hear it, you feel the need to howl, to cry out to the moon that has given you all of this power. And as you do, you felt power howling as a wolf and as a pack. But this is real power. This is real strength. All of that pales in comparison to what you are feeling now rushing through your veins and through your muscles. Every single beat of your heart as it bumps in your chest urges you to kill everything near you. They all seem to be moving so slowly around you as well, as they struggle to hold you down to the ground. The others, what do you do?
Go on.
I think that you're chained now. No.
Extricate my arm.
Yeah. Help Constance up.
You can see her arm is bleeding quite heavily.
I'm gonna lay on hands and pump 5 points of healing into myself.
That will stop the bleeding.
We should probably explain.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pain erupts across your jaw, Hessia,
Oh.
as you are lifted off the ground. What have you brought here? As Lavesh, as your feet can't help but kick, as the 6'4" man has just with ease lifted you off as his hand comes back again.
Setting myself on fire. Like just on instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 1d4 or something, the fire damage is pathetic.
Throws you to the floor. Get the wolfbane.
What's the wolfbane?
As various of them start to run around. You can see the bards who were playing their music earlier have run to each of them and are frantically playing music.
Oh, the music they play.
Trying to calm them. But at the moment, it does not seem to be working. They're holding them in these chains. But the creature's strength doesn't seem to be ending where the people holding it down. You can see them straining constantly.
Where's Esmeralda gone in all of this? Disappeared.
Give me a perception check.
18.
Wow.
that never happens.
No, you can't see her. She is. You are reasonably assured as you look from the floor, your jaw stinging, and you're in the mud of the floor now. As you look round, that you cannot see her in the centre.
Still clutching my arm. I think it's clear that we need your help.
As he looks around, as the sort of faces look up towards him. As one of the chains starts to slip from one of the hands as he reaches over and grabs it, and with a pull of one hand pulls the chain back down and looks at the person holding it. Hold strong. Where is that wolfbane? Someone comes running back and they start unpopping potions. Hold its mouth open.
What's that going to do?
I don't think we're in any position to ask.
What if it kills them?
Will it kill them?
No.
Okay.
Fine.
I grab onto Gabriel's face and try and wrench.
Give me a strength.
Okay. I love a strength check. But don't fuck up. 21.
It's strong as its arms try to get out of the chains, as you can hear the grunts of the people around. As you think Lavesh is going to pour the potion in, as he just literally jams the entire fucking thing, glass bottle and all, into the creature's mouth. Release it!
Okay. Sure.
Sure thing, buddy.
And does the same with Red. Give me a strength check.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I can try if you want, but
No, I'll
this is
do
your kind of...
19.
Yeah. As again, jump on. As the ones with the chains are holding strong. Exactly the same. Just jams the entire thing. Like half of his hand goes in the creature's mouth as well. He's like properly launching it in. He's trusting you. And pulls it out. Puny men.
Who says that?
That's what you're thinking.
Not Arabella being weird again.
Puny men.
A sickness fills both of you. A weariness, a dizziness. Your sense of smell becomes putrid. A ringing in your ears, your eyes start to weep, your muscles ache. An irresistible sound of music fills your ears. As much as you try to focus on the moon, or killing them, or their heartbeats, or the smell of blood, or the scent of it, you just can't help but get drawn into this song. As you let out one last howl, but it sounds so weak and puny that you can't believe it's come out of your powerful mouth. As the world starts to go dark, as it swims around you, you find yourself now standing as Red in your halfling form. You're standing in water. You Can't see anything around you, just darkness. Did you do anything?
Move slightly.
As you do, you can hear the splash of your steps. Gabriel, very similar situation as it goes very dark very quickly. As your head spins and rotates as you lose consciousness. These men have just bought themselves time. You will kill them all. As it goes dark, you find yourself standing in shin-high water. You can't see how long it goes on for, but there's just darkness around. Seems lighter where you are. There's a ruffle of feathers, a flutter of them from behind you.
I'll sit down and lay back, and basically, so I'm looking up.
Yeah.
So basically, letting the water float me, basically. Or don't turn around.
Okay.
Red's gonna be walking, going in one direction and then changing. Trying to see how long it goes on for.
Child, too long you have been lost.
Who's there?
Too long you have searched. You do not know what for or why. Just that you must.
Who are you?
The answer. Come to me.
She takes a step back.
Do not be scared, child.
I'm not afraid.
There are some who call me mother.
Not my mother.
Night! I am the mother of all. All that hunts, all that feasts, all that is in the dark, all that is power and strength. You want it, just grasp it, and it is yours.
My power doesn't come from the dark. My power comes from life.
You have felt the life here, the strength of what I offer. Embrace this gift.
Red's gonna sit in the water and is gonna meditate to try and block it out.
Give me a wisdom.
5.
You feel as if someone's face is right next to yours. You want to help them, but why?
I don't know. I want to go home. I want to help them go home.
Then take my power. Take my gifts.
But that gift will make me hurt them.
They deserve it for what they did to you.
For what?
They took him.
He took him.
They did this to you. The night welcomes you. There is no morning. There is just night.
No.
Yes!
Go away. She'll try and focus more.
How can I? I am the night, and all there is night here.
There is still a chance.
There is always a chance. Stand with me, Longstrider. As you look up, you see the spirit of a very large barbarian man who you've seen before.
Carvan.
Fuck you, Mother Knight!
Yeah,
Fuck
bitch.
yeah, Carvan. Red will stand.
Gabriel.
Is this like a custody battle?
Lying back in water. You feel someone touch your hair. It's a gentle stroke of fingers through it, warm, reassuring. It takes you back to a childhood. A childhood where your mother had a pet name for you. What was it?
Little Gabe.
Little Gabe. Awake, awake. There are things to do.
I know there is.
As you say it, the voice comes out not strong as you'd expect it to, but that of a child. We must tidy.
Why should I tidy first?
Come, work with me. We shall talk as we work.
Okay. I sit up. And turn to see the woman.
She's beautiful. With striking eyes. Girl next door style face. Not overly tall, but above average. A reassuring smile meets you. Do you know where you are? So you open your eyes. What can you see around you?
inside my old bedroom.
Yeah.
Stone walls. A couple of arched windows. A heavy wooden door. The bedding and the furnishings are of brighter colours than what you would think would be in such a stone room.
Yeah. Now, hurry along. Tidy your things. Come on.
I'll tidy away and some clothes that I've strewn along the floor.
As you start to put stuff away, you see or hear a at the window.
I look at the window and instantly go to open it.
Yeah. As you open the window, you see a raven there. He cocks his head slightly to the side and stares at you.
I copy.
Yeah.
Almost mimicking it.
As you do, he kind of steps forwards and in. Feel a reassurance and a safety with this creature. Come on, child. Little Gabe, tidy up. Ah, this will get feathers everywhere. She just tears the head off it. Everywhere. She just bites the head as it squawks and falls to the floor and lets it go from a hand as it tumbles into nothingness. The room fades from around you and you just find yourself in nothing, back in this water. You seek power. As the voice kind of spins around you.
She got that very wrong.
Then what?
I seek peace.
You can lie to your friends. You can lie to yourself. But you cannot lie to me.
Who are you?
You know my name.
Do I?
Say it.
Not my queen.
Once. But now I'm your mother. Call to your queen. See if she answers.
There's no need. But I know that she won't answer here.
Join me.
I've made one deal. I cannot make another.
Why?
Because I enjoy destroying pets of yours.
But now you are a better mind.
And I can't wait to destroy that as well.
Your soul is mine. There is no one to save you, no queen, no force, no nothing. You are in my domain, in my eternal night. There will be no morning here.
So extra. I'm loving it.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
So is Strahd one of your pets then? Or he is not ancient, he is the land?
It's constant now.
I am the night.
And soon it will be dawn.
Not for you.
Oh.
The others. What have you done here?
We've come to you for help. You clearly know what to do.
Oh no.
Can you roll me a d20?
Oh no.
Oopsie. 17. Oh no.
Is that good or
I
bad?
think that might have been bad this
good,
time
it's
by
good.
the look of that face. 17, the Star Eater.
As you look over, they've managed to save Danica.
Ah, dang. Oh.
She don't look well.
That's fine.
Lavash doesn't seem to give a shit at all. Like, precisely zero. Your friends are good as dead.
But they're not dead.
But they are not your friends any longer.
Not
Yes.
tonight.
It
But
will get
tomorrow.
worse and worse.
And we were under the impression that you may know something that could help.
A swift death for them.
Other than that.
How long?
How long?
This.
One night? She was bitten today. Last night.
This is his second time, her first.
The beast that bit him, its heart was already cut out when we found its body. I think you can guess who by.
Their
left
name
his
begins with
seal.
an S.
Starts with an S, ends in R.
Oh. Sard was it?
Sard?
Sard. Curse of Sard.
Is that how we defeat him? Do we just keep getting his name wrong? Sard. Can we call you Sard? It's not my name. Whatever.
As you kind of say this to him. Tonight, I will offer hospitality. Stay, drink, be merry. Tomorrow you leave.
Fine. But can you help?
For a cost.
What is the cost and what is the help?
Well, what help do you want?
Cure them.
No, you could not afford it.
What do you charge?
You could not afford it.
Try us.
Two nights. I will put you up. The moon should have passed by then. And then you shall get something for me. That is my deal.
Something.
I'll need specifics before we agree to anything.
No. Take it.
We don't have much of a choice. Yes. Yes.
I cast Divine Sense.
On. Oh, he's evil.
How evil? Super evil. Like, no.
I've already said yes.
Pardon?
Like, really. Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about around?
The only person who is similar to him, who probably isn't as evil, is Aragorn. The Vash is comfortably the most evil person here. Comfortably.
Nice.
And Aragorn is the next. Or Aragorn isn't.
Aragorn's next.
What about Arabella?
Probably best not to look at her.
Oh. Thank you for the subscribe, watcher.
It's not Lady Watcher, is it?
Yeah.
I hate that, I guess.
It's like the last thing we need is
Lady
Watcher's
Watching.
book club.
As you kind of focus, a cry, a genuine fear of panic and terror of a 9-year-old child cries into the night. A scream, which I won't do. As you see her on her back holding this destroyed teddy in front of her. She is here! She can see me! The Night Mother is here! And that's where we'll leave it.
Nice.
Sorry, we had loads of technical issues there.
Technical issues.
I had planned to get a bit further on.
Didn't we?
A question?
A question.
A question.
What's the question?
Oh, yeah, nobody. So, the Watcher, PL, and Mudaron, if you want to, you can choose someone to have a negative or positive for next time.
Oh, good.
And we'll remember. And what do people want to do in regards to art? We've got enough money in the kitty to get some art done.
Let's get good art done.
Get good filling me with money.
And the choice is to either delay
And get some good stuff.
and get some good, or to try someone new and get something good.
Delay in.
Well, we're getting him to do all of the art for the one shot as well, and that's 9 pieces we're
Let's
paying
try
for.
somebody
New. Or get bad art of Gabriel in a wheelbarrow.
I want bad art, Gabriel.
Oh, a plus for me from the Watcher. Thank you very much.
You knew it was Lady Watcher.
Damn it, Lady Watcher.
Secretly,
Lady Watcher's book club.
you don't see it, I've got my phone under the table.
Oh, Adam, you're so great. You're the best DM ever.
You're so pretty, and your accents all sound different. They don't sound the same at all, and they're so good. And it's definitely Spanish.
Has it ever been Spanish?
Once, I think.
It was kind of.
To turn my mic
Maybe
off. so
Spanish
I can get ready to
first.
Last week was French.
And Red got a plus as well.
Ah! Wait, I've already got a negative though, so that cancels.
Well, the negative only stayed for one game.
They don't roll over, because yeah.
Yay, thank you.
And Modern is saying waiting on art. So what I'll do, I'll have a little look and see if I can see anyone who looks like good art.
There is actually someone that did a picture of Kitty's character that I got done.
My Empire character.
Your Empire
Yeah.
character. So let me see if I can get the name up, and I will show
You
you.
can ever get through my security on my phone.
I can.
Yeah, I mean, I just got paid for 2 weddings. So I could maybe
give her a
put some money towards getting a computer that could run this slightly better. But I need to. The trouble is the card, just the card alone that the camera plugs into to turn it from a HDMI into a so we can plug a HDMI input is like 200 and something quid. It's nuts. We've got a really old one for this camera, the camera on me, which is why it looks a bit crappy, and then this camera over here is in the better one, which I got really cheap.
So there's this girl called Kat Rogers.
Right, I'm gonna have to head off because
Yeah. Sorry, we went a little bit over. Thank you, everyone.
You.
Hello? We can chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then decide.
head off.
I'll see you next week-ish.
Are you going to be able to do next
I
week?
probably
Could
won't,
you
but-
be in Wales?
I will be. But the rest of you guys.
I may not be in Wales. We're not sure.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh,
Next week is good for me.
Yeah,
I
so
can do any day.
I don't know why that had to come out as a song, but it did.
the mic setup, I might do a little video about it. We use these tiny little, I think I picked them up between £9 and £11 each, Boya lav mics, and they use a tiny little battery in them that you can pick up for like 30p. And then we brought 2 boards to start with because I didn't really understand how it worked. But we use a Xenix Z2222 USB mixing board. I'll make a video about it because it will be semi-exciting for 2 people. And the reason I went for that is we can have loads of mic inputs which are all got preamps. So I looked at doing wireless lav, but they were really expensive, and then I tested using a table mic, and it just picked up noise from everywhere, and the echo was horrendous.
Just all the beans.
All the beans.
So many beans.
And that was the cheapest way. Like the mixing board, I think was second hand from somewhere online. It was like 50 quid. And then the mics, although we've got 7 of them, they were like £9 each. So it was like 70 quid, 60 quid for them. And the mixing board's then got a USB out, and we use that, which then plugs into a laptop. I'll make a video about how I did this setup.
Holy crap, it's
Like,
probably snowing.
I just did like a lot of trial and error.
It's Devon right now.
Like the first, I brought a mixing board which I thought would be good for like £20, and it wasn't good enough. It didn't have enough. So the mics need to have a preamp each. There's a cheaper way you can do it, where there is a microphone, which is a lav mic, which is 2 going into 1, and they split it. So they split the stereo signal, and then you'd need a much smaller mixing board. You wouldn't need one as many preamps. You could get by with one with 4, which would be really cheap, and then just double mic in each one, and then you can still put the volume up and down on each one by choosing the ratio a little bit.
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay.
So we use a very cheap mic called a Boya.
Oh, boil.
Boyle.
Let me find it on Amazonia. It might be a little bit. You can get them on eBay as well. Was it this one? Yes.
Nice.
It's got a really specific style.
Bear with me. And there's some different versions of it. This one. This one.
I thought that kind of works for the style that we're kind of aiming for.
This one. This one. This one. This one. This is the mic we use. Yeah, I uploaded episode 30 and the sound didn't come out on it. I don't know why. So it came out on YouTube But on the MP3, when I first uploaded it, I tested it and it worked. But then something's gone wrong, so I need to re-upload.
All right.
So I'll do that in a little bit.
Is it just for the podcast?
Just for the podcast. Podcast is doing really well, which is good. But yeah, we had masses of technical issues today, which is annoying.
It's the wonders of updates.
Pardon?
Updates just throw everything off.
Yeah, like
Then certain things won't talk to other things because they need an update for that update.
yeah, this is going to be a real pain in the bottom to edit together for sure. We only need 2 more subscriptions, and then we can
2 emojis.
we can have 2 emojis.
Oh, fuck yes.
We got to decide which one to use. So 2 more subscriptions,
I
please.
reckon Hessia.
Yeah, I reckon Hessia.
The Hessia one is good.
The Hessia one.
She looks so evil.
Well, you got Smiley Gabe
An evil Hessia.
and Evil Hessia.
It's the Gillius. When she was evil.
I was really worried earlier that I'd fucked up on like Tyr's story, because obviously Tyr from Norse mythology and Tyr from like Faerunian mythology are like 2 different things, but clearly clearly they've basically co-opted it, because in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Tyr appears as a noble warrior missing his right hand, which he lost to Keza for the Chaos Hand in an act of bravery and sacrifice.
Nice.
So totally legit.
Put your
Sticking
hand in the mouth of the
the-
werewolf.
yeah.
That's cool. I'll give you a inspiration
it's
for that.
I mean, I told you.
No, it's good.
It seems a bit grasping after the game to.
No, I like it.
I definitely. I was trying to figure out if I could like
If I'd lost a
project
hand, but
like an image of the sun, like using magic.
From surgery.
And here comes the dawn.
being dramatic.
Shit.
Yeah, that's like the first time we've had tons of technical issues for a while, though. But
I don't think we've ever had one like that
Well,
before.
It's been a while
Twice.
when the sound always used to mess up.
Oh
remember?
yeah, that's true.
Like,
Now it's the
constantly.
visual. Pass me the beans, please.
Just put that back on the
I know
piece,
you
Johnny.
Jonathan.
Nathan.
Oh,
So,
Nathan. It's a good one.
yeah, those little Boya mics, you can pick them up cheaper than that. Like, wait for a sale. And there's a different one as well. There's one which is which you can charge up, and I got one of those as well, and it's actually good. And that was like £12. It doesn't use a
There's like
battery.
slight upgrade.
It looks exactly the same, but doesn't use that little battery. Yeah, and it works all right. But I think the lav mic with the mixing board is considerably better than desk mics, and cheaper. I think you can get like little microphones that some people use here.
Yeah.
I just kind of looked online and saw how other people did it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think as well, it's obvious to us. It's probably not obvious to anybody watching or listening that our voices are different, volumes, and I am louder than Matt by some significant degree. So if we were all sharing a mic,
yeah.
I'd be talking over him all the time, just out of.
Yeah, so we've kind of set it up now so each person's mic is labelled for them, and then we plug it into the same slot, and it so it's quite easy to set up. Then we just do a quick voice check to try and balance everyone out. Yeah, wait for Black Friday, and I reckon those mics will be back to £10 again, or if not less, or get them on eBay, or get like a batch where you can get a few of them.
Have we been doing this since just after Black Friday last year?
That's when I got loads of
Yeah,
stuff
about
cheap.
a year, because
Yeah.
I remember it being very cold and dark when we
Yeah.
started, yeah.
Yeah. So like Critical Role use Sealer mounted mics.
Well, they're in a real studio though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in a real studio. What? We're in a real studio.
Yeah. Get some fresh water, actually.
My kitchen. And my front room, and the outside nightclub. Yeah, Cyber Monday. I would wait till those and then get them cheap. I'll make a video about it, how I trialed and errored and got it set up. I don't know if people have done that. I didn't really see any showing what they'd done. Because it's one of those things, you can chuck a ton of money at it. I was lucky I didn't waste too much money. Like, the only thing we brought which was wasted was another mixing board, which was like 20 quid.
It was a really small one, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's got like 3 inputs.
Yeah.
So I looked at it and it had enough mic inputs, but it didn't have enough amp mic inputs. So these are powered mics. So they've got a little battery which puts a constant voltage through it. And what you hear when you get loads of noise, if I turn my battery off very quickly, that is when the power battery goes from it, if you heard that. And you get like a constant fuzz.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. And the mixing board looks cool as hell.
It does.
Like, I can't believe how cheap it was for how good it's
It
been.
does look ridiculously professional.
Yeah, it makes us look like we almost know what we're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
But like from other D&D streams that I watched,
It's
like-
a bag, Snowfoot.
the video footage, we use my DSLRs. So they are slightly better than webcams, I think. And then I've got some lights, which are reasonable-ish. And
Did you get those for this, or were they
These are from his
camera?
photography days, weren't
I had one, and then this one was dirt cheap, and then that little one was like £12. And it just always reminds me, like, as a photography friend always used to make the joke, what's the difference between porn and glamour? And it's lighting. But I don't even think that's the case anymore, because the cost of lighting's gone so down. Not that I would know. And I mean, so we use LED boards, so they produce no heat, and then just put out a nice even light.
And it's quite fun to just stare at it for a little bit, and then stare at Adam's face, and his face just be like a TV screen, like Prince Robot the Fourth from Saga. Particularly enjoy that.
What inspired you guys to sit down and start a podcast? How much prep did you put in before starting? Well, we put in almost zero prep.
Yeah.
But
So-
you guys have previously done a campaign together, right?
So-
you,
You, me, Georgia, and a couple of.
So we'd
Yeah.
played some Starfinder, which I really love.
It was fun.
I'd like to do a one-off for Starfinder.
Spacebard.
And I like that was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
We did a level 0, which I completely messed up, and then we lost the footage to anyway. And then we did level 1. I think if you go back and watch the very first episode again, we've managed to sort out a lot of the quality kinks.
We've developed.
And
we
roleplay.
stopped eating very, very loud snacks.
Have we?
To be fair, we need to do another
Sound
thing as well.
effects.
We need to stay off our phones. Like,
Because
like-
to be fun.
there's times when I like watch back, I'm like, God, it literally looked like we're just ignoring Adam.
Yeah.
And also this is a common trait that everybody does.
Well, we're catching
We're
Pokemon.
catching
Because
Pokemon.
Adam's
That's
house
right.
is a
Catching
gym.
Pokemon.
Well, if you could just move somewhere that isn't a gym, then we'll stop catching Pokemon.
I wanted to give it a go to see more technically if we could. Because I kind of enjoyed that side of it. I'm glad it works-ish.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
It's nice to actually have a group where you can like. It's quite regular,
Yeah.
and I think it being
Cheers.
shown live and put on podcasts and the like,
Yeah,
it makes us
kicks us up
actually
the arse,
kicks us
doesn't
up the
it?
arse to
Yeah,
get there
sure.
because we realise I can't be able to go. Like we're like, we got to go because it's
Being filmed.
make film and stuff, So
At first,
Close out.
like, because we didn't go live for ages. Like
No,
the first
we were-
10, 12
Yeah.
episodes were
We
all just
recorded.
filmed
yeah,
because I couldn't work out how to get it to go live. I couldn't get the, and then,
and now we're live on YouTube, Facebook.
Facebook, Twitch.
and now I've worked
And
out how to go
Mixer.
live on all of them at the same time.
I think we should just focus on one because, like, get them all over to like one platform.
Yeah, try and
Get everybody over to Twitch or YouTube. Or...
persuade everyone to come to Twitch. I really enjoy it when people chat, like as we're playing and say stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's some really funny
To be
one-liners.
fair, I did click on how many viewers we were getting on Twitch, and I think it got to 106 when I saw it.
No,
So-
it varies. Sometimes it goes like well high, and sometimes not so high.
But then if we've got 106 people on Twitch, how many do we have on YouTube? How many do we have on Facebook?
I can tell you. Let me go to this thing's got like a little analytics. It's really cool. So like this, the program I use is called Restream, and they had a humble bundle where you could have it for a whole year for like pennies.
Wow. That's cool.
So there was 409 chat messages. I reckon the majority of them me saying sorry, everything's broken. Yeah, the top message is 44 times is me saying sorry. And followed by 21 times
It's broken.
laptop.
Just slap them.
Yeah. Jackal is 11.
Jackal is a lemon.
11 times.
Oh.
Where is Jackal? Jackal? Who's Jackal?
Yeah, where we had that whole situation where Jackal was not acting right.
Jackal.
And then it will say the average viewers.
I'm interested of how long someone has to be viewing to count as a viewer.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you just click on and click off.
Yeah. Adam, what's the best LARP you've ever been to?
What is the best LARP? So I like to crew. Did I tell you about the zombie one? Oh, it was good. It's a long time ago. So, person I know called Heather ran a zombie one, and I played Dash O'Connor.
Oh, he sounds great.
We know everything we need to know about the
Good
character from that name.
He was the leader of the people who went in front of like the survivors, and he was an ex-cop. And you had to lie about being a crew if you were crewing, and I was crewing. So you didn't know who was crewing at all. And at the start, everyone was players, apart from like a few people. And we did a few missions, and I was told beforehand it's going to go bad for Dash on the first night. And he was this happy-go-lucky, roguey type character, so my dream. And we're sitting around the fire late at night, and we're all chatting, and I've been briefed to get people to tell their story of how they met, and everyone's going round, and then someone goes, "Oh, Dash, how did you join?" And I go, "Well, my dad was a cop, my granddad was a cop, it's in my blood. So of course I was a cop, and when it all hit, we got down to the police station, and we did what we could. We got my mum and my sister there, and we got them safe. And I mean, me and my dad, as my mum will say, we're different people. And I disagree with some of the things he did, and I'm sure he'd disagree with some of the things that I did. And we made a good line. We defended, and they couldn't get in. And then I remember, just from behind me, hearing screams. And I turned round, and they were all around us somehow. They'd got behind us. My dad pushed me, passed me his gun, pushed me through into the cells, slammed the door and ran off, and they chased him. He got my mum and my sister to safety. But it was clear we weren't going to survive. We got on the radio and looked for anyone who could make it to help us. And there was no one, nothing. We were running out of food and water. And then the person who was playing like the leader of the civilians was there. Jane found us. We got a message. But she was still 6 days away. We'd used all of our water nearly, almost out of food. We couldn't get out. And although it hurts for me to say it, I thought about maybe I could kill my mum. There's enough food for 2 of us if I did it that night. And I remember my sister came to me in the night, and she had my gun, and I'm in like police body armor with this massive fucking Magnum thing. This gun, pull it out. And she had noticed the same thing, and she said to me, "Sometimes for those you love, you've got to sacrifice it all." And she did it before I could. And everyone was like, "Fucking hell." And then as we were chatting, I go to the person who's the leader. I didn't take too many risks, did I? You know, I never wanted to become my dad. And I always wanted to be me. Even though I was a cop, I always wanted to be me and do it my way. And after all of this, I still wanted to do it my way. And like, I'd been clowning around and like being lots of fun during the day. And the person was like, no, Dash, you've been good. You've been fine. Keep it going. I said, if anything would happen to me, you'd look after my mum, right? You'd protect her. And she went, yeah, of course. And I just went, and it had a really loud cap gun in it. And then as I fell backwards, you could see like under the armour, I was just covered in bite marks and scratches. And I was told, do not help them move you. Make your body just go limp, lie on the floor, force them to carry you out. And then they just completely, like, everyone in front of me and anyone near me, they proper, like, blood explosion forward. And this was at, like, 12 at night, sitting around the fire where everyone thought that roleplay was dying down. And there I was, dead on the floor. The leader of the people in front who led them and had been, like, fucking just nails hard. And they buried me in all of my armour with all of my ammunition and my gun because they didn't want to take it off me.
Fools.
Balls.
Someone who plays a zombie game.
And they tried to pick me up.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we're going to carry him out. And I was like, all right, we're carrying him out. And I was like, all right, then go on then.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
And then there was just silence around the campfire. And they were like, shit. And then they started hearing groans and murmurs of zombies around the camp. And they were like, okay, this just got real. And they're like, at that game, it was like, they had this like World War II air siren. And it just like started hitting it off when zombies were coming and stuff. And
That's
it was a lot of fun. They had at that same event, they had someone who was role-playing a blind girl. And she did it so well, like so beautifully. And they ran into another group of survivors, but they were kind of like the baddie-style survivors. And they had the camp, and they ran into each other. And they were like, look, we don't want to use our ammo on you, you don't want to use it on us. We'll have a fight. Our champion versus your champion. And like, one of the guys, who was a kung fu teacher outside of it, I knew him, was playing a kung fu teacher in the game.
Well, hot skills, why not?
And he was like bodyguarding, looking after this blind girl, which is how she survived all this time. And he was like, I'll do this. And you're looking around them, and they've got no one like big and beefy. And at this point, I was playing a baddie, and we weren't even told what was going to happen. And he goes, and the leader goes, okay. And there's this big whistle, and there's this guy called Andy Jones, and he's like 6'7" science teacher, and he's massive, and he comes in playing this like Mongol style character. And they start having this epic fight, and it's a really good fight. And it like ends with the kung fu guy jumping at him, and he catches him in the air like a grown man, and then picks him up and slams him down on his knee. And underneath his shirt, he'd put loads of blood packs, and with all the guts in them as well. And he reaches into his shirt and just tears, and they just go, and you're just like, oh! And I will never forget hearing the girl who was playing the blind girl just going, is he winning? It was so good. So good.
Oh shit.
And then and then just gunfire goes off everywhere, and like everyone gets blasted. It was so good.
So, I mean, I've only heard this story obviously because I was in the hospital at the time. Flying Lead Nightmare, when all of the survivors at like 8 o'clock at night had finally all met up with each other. There was various groups who all thought that they were the last 2 or 3 survived, and they were all planning on like doing their last dash plan, and then all bumped into each other. And the general call was like, howdy, howdy, and if they didn't say howdy, they got shot. So they all met.
Say howdy.
Yeah, dead men don't say howdy. They all met up, went to the pub to work out what to do with the saloons.
There's the Winchester way for it to all blow over.
Exactly. So I think somebody said that. I really wanted to put a Winchester behind the bar for that, but I totally forgot. And by the time I was in the hospital, and so one of the last survivors was Sam Newton, lovely wee Sam. What was it that he needed to go and get?
Oh, he had to go get the witches.
Yeah. Okay, so he volunteered to go.
No, he didn't volunteer. He got told.
He got told. Why did he get told?
Because he's just being cheeky, and everyone was like, "Right, you go do it."
But he needed a buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Amelia volunteered to go with him, and so because they barred the front of the pub, the saloon, they were supposed to be going out the back of it, and then they were going to be taking a dark and windy path by themselves.
Oh no, they were going through the front door.
I was told this story very differently, but I'm going to tell it my way because in my head it sounds great. So go out the back and...
This didn't happen, but never mind.
Yeah. Okay, they'll go at the front. I guess the back is bars.
It was through the front.
And you just hear, and then Sam comes back through the door and closes the door and goes, I want another buddy. Because she has immediately turned. She's waited for the moment that she is alone with somebody else to turn into a zombie and try and attack him.
Yeah,
and nobody in the entire pub would help him. They were just like, well, you got to go deal with your buddy. Like, just pushed him out the door and closed the
buddy code.
And all you heard was because he had a Denex shotgun, so you heard a first bang, and then you heard fuck, and then a second bang.
Idiot.
I love a good horror LARP.
Me too.
Like, it's one of the few times at LARP where I fucking lose it. Like, when that fear kicks in.
Yeah.
And you're genuinely like, totally forget about what's going on.
Is the fight and flight, when you see that and people went, literally the actual physical, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
this shit.
I lost players for an hour and 15 minutes because they're all hiding in rhododendrons.
Oh God! And what's her name? Nat. She got separated from the rest of the party and was following gunshots that she could hear. So she was just like walking in one direction, like following the sound of one gunshot. She was like, okay, there's one over there. She's following, just by herself in the woods. Apparently had 2 panic attacks. She said it was great.
Bless her.
She was like, it was the best time. It was fucking bonfire night weekend. So what she could hear was fireworks going off in loads of different directions.
Love it. The Watcher just said, can we have a Q&A for LARP?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
We can advertise it and try and do something, but just timing.
No, we
So you think you're away for a couple, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm taking 2 weeks off on sick leave because I'm, depending on what happens on Friday, I'm either going to have this set if it hasn't fully set, or broken and reset, or I'll know if I need surgery or what the deal is. So I'm not making any plans until basically Christmas now.
What you're saying is you want to come and stay with us for 2 weeks?
I really want to go home because I've not been home since the start of October.
We've got an airbed, and it's really noisy.
It's really weirdly sort of velveteen.
Just what you want in a bed. In an airbed.
It is. It's got that sort of almost papery quality to the top.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's very comfy though.
It's good for camping. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'd love to do a proper. Yeah, maybe if we do the one shot when everyone's off work and we've got a bit more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon it's about a 4-hour slog.
okay.
I mean,
is everybody off sort of between Christmas and New Year?
Yeah.
And that sort of time.
yeah, we
Christmas
probably
period.
might be going back to Norfolk though, or Finland.
Not to be a party
Finland
pooper,
doesn't
but
exist.
it's 20 to 11,
Oh,
and
yes,
I've
get
got to
going.
give you a lift
Yeah.
on the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Such a pain to go home.
I'm just aware this will be a
Right,
very
lovely.
late night for me.
Cheers for putting up with our mad ramblings, and apologies again for the tech. We'll do something next week.
we'll try definitely because I could be back in Wales. I'm not sure yet.
It is our birthdays next week, and it would be quite nice to see each other.
Yeah.
I'm by myself in the house on my birthday and your birthday.
So it might be a week off next week then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn stalls.